This is my second video of the class. This is about digital communication, media, and cultural changes. I was supposed to call and talk to somebody that was a digital immigrant and had different views on technology and had different things to do when they had technology when they're around my age. I interviewed my grandma because she's about 80 years old, and she was saying there's a lot of differences in a lot of things that from today and her times. The first question I asked was what were the main differences in interpersonal communication. She said they would write letters to each other, and they would still call people like when she was growing up, but it was more they wrote letters. The mass media they found out through newspapers, mostly newspapers, and when I got television later on through her, probably through the 70s, she said she got her first television. She said that's when they started watching the news. Even like all home deliveries would be how she found her mass media. I asked my mom actually what's the impact that mass media has on society compared to 15, 20 years ago. She says the videos that they put on the news were not around years ago, where she can get like live updates of the war and other things going on in the world as if she was there because of full-on videos. Then I asked my grandma again, like, what kind of technology do you use now? And she actually just got a computer, but she doesn't really know how to use it. Her connection, like, she doesn't know how to set up the internet, and her cell phone, she just calls people, she doesn't text people, doesn't know how to use the internet on it, and she still watches the news and uses newspapers mostly, not really watches. She reads the newspapers more than she watches the news or anything because she likes the old technology, but she says she's going to have to adapt soon because they're getting rid of them. And I also asked her, like, what would she do when my dad was out or my aunt was out when she was like back in the day when she couldn't just call them because no one had cell phones. She would say they would always call through a pay phone whenever, or they would just have to come home on time and hope they came home. I realized that our technology is much better and the way we access mass media is much easier and it comes greater to us today than ever before.